we're going to turn these ingredients into this absolutely delicious, authentic Delhi Indian green chutney. Hey up cock, how's the doing? I'm Matt, aka the Smoking Yorkshireman. I love food, I love travel, and I'm here to combine the two and show you that smoking and barbecuing doesn't have to start and finish in the good old US of A. So I'm going to show you the best chutney recipe that you're ever going to have. This is fresh from Delhi, India. Just sat in a bar having this delicious chutney. Me and my wife really wanted to know how to make it. So my wife, 6'2", straight into the back of the kitchen, knocking on the door, asking the chef to write it down. They absolutely loved it. Like, they've never seen a woman that tall before in a kitchen. So she got them to write down the recipe. You see it here, and we're going to make this chutney today fresh from that recipe, so you don't get more authentic than that. On a side note, that same night, if you're ever in India and you drink Kingfisher dark beer, should I say, be very wary. This is a warning to you. It was between, and I quote, between 7.5% and 12.5%. Be more specific. Between 12.5% and 7.5%. So, I cannot be held responsible for what happened for the rest of that evening. I cannot hardly remember what else happened for the rest of the evening. But check out these pictures and I think you'll decide. Starting with fresh mint. So this is mint, fresh from my garden. If you haven't got mint in your garden, I don't know, like rummage in a skip, get it from there. So just peel the mint. If you never peeled mint before, little tip, hold it by the top, pull against the grain, and it just comes off in your hand like that. Mint into a container. So we're going to use a stick blender today. So these, you pick these up for about 15 quid, 10 quid in the local supermarket. So just going to whip these down. Next up, coriander. So again, 2 handfuls, pop them in. What we want to do is do them, don't do it in a full bulk because your blender won't be able to cope with it. So just keep adding each ingredient at a time and dragging it down. Next step, big handful of spinach. This is going to add a bit of water and that lovely green, enhance that green colour that we're going to want to see in the end chutney. And if you remember one thing from this, take that one away with you. Jugs, medium onion now. So you don't have to be too accurate with your chopping on this, because the blender is going to do the work for you. So there's your onion. Just dice it into pieces that your stick blender will be able to deal with. Let's go with that to start off with. You can add the rest later. Add the extra little bits. Oh, you see my eyes? That's a strong onion. Why, Father? Why? No joking, check this out. That is a strong onion. Let's go with the chilies next. So if you're like me, I like this hot. So we're gonna go with, let's go with 3 chilies. And when you're preparing this, so when you're making it ready to serve, you add yogurt to it. So you really want a really strong flavour in there now, because you're going to start to dilute that when you come to serving time. Start to see how that's coming together. Add some lemon juice, so just half a lemon, 1 whole lemon. Lemon in there, give it a good squeeze. I like to squeeze inside and make sure that I'm getting all of the juice. So we're going to add the salt now. Don't be afraid of adding when you're tasting it. If it's salty to taste, that's fine. like I say, we're gonna add that yogurt to it when we serve. So you want it to keep that flavour all the way through that dilution process. Back in, next one we're going with, we're gonna do ginger and garlic. Little tip for ginger as well. So if you find peeling ginger fiddly, try this. So just take your knife. And again, we're just chopping roughly. The blender's going to do the work for us. But you want about a thumb-shaped piece of ginger. Depending on the size of your thumb, of course. Wow, it's getting lively now. Garlic now. I'm going to be eating this tomorrow with my wife, and my wife absolutely loves garlic to the point of where like we could put the whole thing in and she wouldn't be satisfied. What we're going to do, the recipe, as you've seen, says one. It says one of everything, one of what? One garlic. So let's go with 5 cloves here. So we're going to do 5. Give it a little press. Covering just comes right off. So we've got the garlic, and again, just rough chopping. Gather that up. Into the sauce we go. Chutney! Yeah. And now for the special ingredient. So one that you might not fully be aware of. It's called chaat masala. Now you can get it from anywhere. You can get it from your local Indian supermarket. If you're struggling with that, just Google it. You'll be able to get it really cheap. It's just a spice mix, a masala mix. I'm going to add about a teaspoon. So we'll drop that in. This gives it a bit of an earthy flavour. Done that before. Oh yes, so this is just such good flavour coming through. So you get your initial hit of the fresh herbs, and then what I'm getting a bit of spice, and then you're getting the garlic and ginger coming through after, but the spice is just lingering. Click on my subscribes, you'll be able to see the dish that we're going to serve this with tomorrow. An Indian deli lamb shoulder smoked. Base of the chutney complete, easy as that. Generally, you dilute this with yogurt, so we've just got some natural set yogurt there. I'm going to do 2 spoons of yogurt, half a spoon of this, and again you can adjust this to your taste. Some people don't like it spicy. I personally do, so I'd normally, if I was having this, I would go for a little more, maybe a whole spoon. But I can't stress this enough. Once you've put the yogurt in, this will not keep very long. So it'll curdle, it won't keep very long. So if just pour out enough paste for what you're going to eat at that session, and then keep this in the fridge or freezer, depending on the length of time that you want to eat it. And give it a bit of a taste. Oh, delicious, delicious. So you can eat this, you don't just have to eat this with Indian food. You could have this on nachos, tortillas, whatever you want to eat it with. It's a really good dip. Even if you're just having friends round, breadsticks, dip it in, they'll absolutely love it. Really worth all of this frigging mess that I now have to clean up. If you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you, cocker.